Kenya Medical Research Institute, about 5 kilometers from Kenyatta Hospital, and Kenya Medical Research Institute has the most exemplary knowledge about diseases, and Kenyatta National Hospital killing the most people who has the same diseases that Kenya knows about. See? Huge gap. In between Kemri and Kenyatta National Hospital should be a lot of money. Because to put out one molecule of drug, to take it to the market, it takes close to $1 billion. Where does that money come from? And that is money that should be in the business school. Now, a lot of people in the West do what's called financial engineering. They engineer the money to eradicate the risk and the time value of money. We don't do any of that type of stuff. Why our bank, people here, the investment bankers, don't do that for us is because they don't understand what risk is about or what time value of money, and because of that, they are overprotected. Because if they understood risk, they would create engineered products that would help us to fund innovation. Now, without financial innovation, there is no level of innovation that is possible in a nation. Financial innovation is required, is requisite, and complete condition for any other innovation to occur in a nation. So the university is not going to innovate unless we innovate money. And so that was our channel. I was in the United States for many years studying this problem. Why are we so poor in terms of health? Our health indicators are kind of the worst in the world. More women die in Kenya because of getting pregnant alone without any other problem. Almost 900 women are dying like today just because they got pregnant. It's not a disease. 10 times as many babies are going to die today. You don't remember the story of Soko at Umwani maternity? That is just one day visit. The number of babies who die, about 10,000 in the whole nation. That means we'll be having a much bigger population, even to use the blockchain than we have right now. And of course, as we grow, you know what happens. Children below the age of 5 are all likely to die. And as you go, by teenage, we have half the population, half the number of people that were born by age 15 in this country. We don't talk about these things because that is widely accepted. Bad conditions are widely accepted. Our health system kills more people than all causes of death combined in the nation. Can you imagine? So if you're likely to go to a hospital, I'm not talking about buildings collapsing. You're likely to go to a hospital for just simple procedure, and you come out of there in a casket. So, see now, because of what's called medical errors. Medical errors happen when something is written down. You're supposed to receive 10 units of a drug, but then the person who is reads 10 milligrams, reads 10 grams. Now, those are the type of problems that you have to face, particularly how information and communication can help us improve that. So, we start with biomedical research, then becomes this organization that would sit in the position between the university and what? The industry. To raise money so that we may have money, I raise money for innovation. But when I came in 2016, I found another peculiar problem. That the money is not just missing at the university level. There's actually no money in the country. When patients come to the hospital, they are not able to pay for medical care. And when people come to the hospital, they cannot pay for medical care. What happens? They either sent away right away to go and die at home among their loved ones, or they are admitted inadvertently and then they are jailed by the hospital, which is totally illegal. There is no hospital that has got the jailing power or detaining anyone because of lack of money. And if you have lawyers in this group, you better take that note and go to get busy. Because when they jail people, when our hospitals jail people, they don't feed them and they don't give them treatment. What is that? That is the most cruel of things you can do to each other. And of course, the person ends up dying, but the bill doesn't die. Okay? So what happens is that you receive a bill of 5 million, 10 million after the death. And so who killed that person? Is it not the health system? That's what we are saying. And we accept this so much. So I don't spend a lot of time talking about that, but what we did, when we found that there is no money and people don't have money in the pocket, we asked, why don't have people have money? How do people make money? By selling stuff they produce. Now go about this country, in this city of Nairobi, and tell me how many of Kenyan-made products, including furniture like this, are we able to sell here in Kenya? Including a hall like this, so full of foreign goods. We do not like buying Kenyan things, and therefore there is no market. Maybe a professor in business school will help us understand this problem of Kenyans. There is no market for Kenyan products in Kenya. Kenyan products. And that problem is not just for sukuma. It includes onions come from Tanzania, eggs come from Uganda, going all the way to furniture, which come from other countries, including China, and much worse, medicine, which we don't manufacture any of. And then, much worse, our own educated people. So university trains people, puts them out in the market, but we find they get doctors from Cuba, engineers from China, to the construction industry, everywhere you go. And of course now, taxi drivers from the United States improve. And it's getting worse. Now we have had, who is next go? The lawyers. Usually, the whole market is gone, and you call that severe problem market dislocation. When the market leaves the country and goes to other countries, and we have to spend our money that we do not have to buy foreign goods. And so, the only market available for our people is called Strathmore. That place, you can go and sell your sukuma after you've been stripped down by a broker. See, now you're talking about general lack of money for everyone, but how we know that people don't have money? You look at the health indicators, the health outcomes, particularly for the most vulnerable as children and women. So that tells you, any country where a woman dies because she's pregnant is a country that is selling this ailing out of lack of money. We hear a lot of stuff from international organizations, development agencies talking about purchasing power parity as an indicator for the development of a nation. Purchasing power parity is the wrong indicator for development of a nation. By contrast, selling power parity, how much you can sell your education and how much for you can claim, that is a true indicator of the development of a nation, but we don't know about it. And it's probably because of that we have overlooked that and our ability to create money so that we can fund our own innovation. So what did you do about that? We said market is a problem. Let's create a marketplace where Kenyans sell their products. Smart market. We call it Soko Janja. Soko Janja is online platform we tried to create beginning this year. And guess what problem we encountered as a director said. So we create an online platform, we go to the marketplaces, and because you're not going to sell your furniture in a big shopping mall if you're on the long road, so we go to Long Road with our team and take pictures of what people are producing. So that if someone bought that furniture on the Soko Janja, then a small fraction of money is going to drop into their fund. And we call that, if we did some actuarial studies in the whole country, every county, and we found that on average, if you had collected 300 shillings per member per month from 300,000 people, you have enough money to pay for the best quality of care in that county. If you're selling squeakies and LED, whatever you have, you put it online. So we did that. When we finished constructing the software application, we went out to implement a gateway system, PayPal, MasterCard, Visa. All these guys systematically sold us for the reason that he explained that the region not approved. So economically excluded. You cannot implement a payment gateway on an online retail store that is based here in Nairobi. So, what sort of financial exclusion is that? Very big. When we ask ourselves, why are we being excluded from these things? Because we don't create anything of our own. We like foreign stuff. Then I tell our team, it's about now, we created our own payment gateway. And we tried. Then you look at payment gateway, its history is many years. And as we were trying to understand that, we just stumbled across Bitcoin. So we implemented Bitcoin as a payment gateway for our website. And the next thing you know is that Bitcoin is already running with all the protocols, with all the other alternative coins that are there. You can actually buy stuff on the website using digital currency, blockchain money, but you could not do with the fiat currency based on it. And these guys will make blockchain, they're not asking any question like, okay, where's your company registration from? Where's your CR code? Maneno mingi. Nothing. Just implementing and then people can check it. Now the tragedy is that how many people are using Bitcoins here for shopping? Who's going to buy for making Bitcoin? But as that became past, studied a lot about the blockchain, we discovered another blockchain called Ethereum, which is the second generation blockchain from Bitcoin. Ethereum is even much more interesting because not only are you able to build cryptocurrency, you can also build a decentralized autonomous organization. And you say, because we started this organization in the diaspora, we can create a DAO, a decentralized autonomous organization, that is going to manage all our members from Kenya to everywhere they are in the world. You know, what an innovation. So we got more excited. That was like in April this year. Started. And what we found is that only now are you able to build a cryptocurrency on top of it, which comes with a lot of interesting stuff that you can build a whole ecosystem of money. That's what we got and sat down and said, to build this whole Ubricoin project, to build all the money for science and innovation in this country, how many coins are you going to issue? And so we decided 10 billion units of Ubricoin, and we named it Ubricoin. Everyone started working. We didn't know anything about blockchain, so you can imagine. We had to go and study, watch a lot of videos, read lots of white papers. Because one of the projects here in to build bioscience in this country, to build biomedical industry city, what happened was we encountered a project going on in Estonia, which is called Bitcoin City. And I said, these guys can create Bitcoin City and raise money using Eli token, which is an Ethereum platform. Then we have the answer. And so, to cut the long story short, we distributed the 10 billion Ubricoin in the following manner. 1 billion coins for Sokojanja. And so, Sokojanja itself its job is for activating village level economy. And when implemented, we'll be able to employ about 10,000 people in every world, in the whole country. And you have about 3 people in every village helping Wananchi to put their pictures for their products on Sokojanja.com. The next thing I will migrate Sokojanja on the blockchain so that it does that work. And so we create the whole value chain and we activate the village level commerce. We bring the village level commerce in the blockchain, and with 1 billion Ubricoin selling each coin at 50 shillings a coin, we're now able to do Harvey on a global scale. To do that. Second, in every village, then we put clinics that are very advanced. Of course, we provide jobs to all these doctors, and we can give the clinics to the doctors on a franchise, 20-year franchise agreement, and they'll be able to run those clinics on soft money. Because through this money, through the cryptocurrency, now we can have high risk money. And what we do for universities, there are about 66 universities in Kenya, and universities have about 550,000 students. Now, the cryptocurrency is possible to bring all that money, do a global scale Harambee to build university science and technology parks, and set aside money for competition for university students to fund, to give them protected time for research, translation, publication, and commercialization of their ideas. It is so simple that I said, why always struggle? Because 2017, we were working on all these financial engineering models, trying to speak to the people in capital markets in Nairobi. Never worked. Suddenly, this whole new world of digital money that, when implemented, it can transform the knowledge business in this country in a way you cannot understand. So on top of that, so once we issued in a program to issue all these coins up to 10 billion, then we also able to build incentive. You know, there's the usual incentive that people get for mining. When you mine Bitcoin, you get how many? $25, 25 Bitcoins for mining. But now, besides that, new programs come that we were able to build incentives for excellence. So the salary is guaranteed for university professors we have, but incentives are not guaranteed, and so we can add something else on top of the salary that's guaranteed that brings competition among our educators. And so if we build incentives for excellence, like if you have this book, you will see a table. Table 1 is sitting on page. So chapter 4, book, which is chapter 1. Look at that table. This last thing I want to talk about. It says smart contract incentives for knowledge and performance excellence. So we build Ubricoin with very, very specific work to build excellence in health and in education. Because we cannot have health without well-educated people. So from the beginning, we look at primary school teachers and we say, let's create incentives for primary school teachers. Those who attend class, they give quality teaching, and give students in practical work. They care about the students. Now it's up to us and our development team to figure out how to go that. Because we will have to give incentives. It's just like when you speak on Safari from light, you get bonga points. It's just that those bonga points turn into cash. But because Ubricoin is already cash, then you get incentives of some fraction of Ubricoin for teaching well. And so the teacher is guaranteed salary, but is not guaranteed to earn incentive for excellence. He is not an excellent teacher. And you go on to high school teachers, you get to university teachers, same program. Because this is a university, then let's look at that. Attendance to class. A lot of teachers, when I was going to university, a lot of professors never came to class. We were teaching ourselves in the ward, being taught by nurses at Umwani about how to do CCL sections. No one came there. Of course, now, if you come and teach the young medical students how to do CCL section, the medical students receive a message from the phone and tells you, did you have a great experience? And then you give the teacher a point. So points. And those points turn into money. Quality of teaching. If the teacher was just giving those 20 years old notes, are you going to give him points? Abana? So this is what we say for the university. Now on the blockchain, we have the possibility of incentivizing excellence way above the guarantees provided for by the union. But when we do this, we don't want to be unionizing or decentralizing the union. Engaging students in practical work. Then, number of students graduating successfully to employment. And even for universities, those professors who follow the students, like we have an example here, follow. Now, if Ubricoin was mature, you will give you a lot of points and you will get a lot of UBNs, which can be even used for shopping happily. So, maybe there will be so many points that we want to buy a lot of eggs. So, following up from our students, we already see that, and see the blockchain enables us to do that. These are smart contracts. When you come and do something good, then just like when you go to Facebook, somebody posts a video, and you like it. Now, when you like a video on Facebook, nobody gets paid. So, but on the blockchain, all these likes turn into cash. That is why it's called the Internet of Money. And we're working very hard. Now, for all the students who are here, young people, even nursery, we have a competition for coding this. Okay? So you code this incentive excellence, and you put it on a specialty. It's on Ethereum. So you code it for us, and you're going to win a lot of money. Of course, it's competitive. You have to post the code to GitHub. You put to GitHub, it gets voted by other people, and once it's voted, then you have what? You win out of India. So we have set aside for that promotion called developing the ecosystem about 2 billion UBN. And I tell you, those 2 billion UBN, a certain fraction of them is going to go to the universities. University students particularly, who are going to engage in the competitions that we are going to put on. So when we do that, now where we began is that we talk about Sokojani. What about shopping on Sokojani? As we have done with the fiat currency for last year, is that when you shop for things on Sokojani or you use Ubricoin for transactions, Ubricoin sets aside some money on an escrow, and that money can be used to pay for your health services. So that if you go to the hospital, then you don't have to pay with fiat, any money, because the doctor is accepting and the escrow is going to pay for your medical services. As we say, if you have an average of 300 shillings per member per month, you have the whole nation, 14 million people, then no one to pay because the hospital is paid by the UBA itself. And that's what we talk about. We talk about universal health coverage. Okay? I don't want to speak anymore, but I think what we have said, first of all, thank you so much for this opportunity. And the UBA is there, it's in the doubt. You want to be at the front of it ahead of time. Get in, let us get everybody on board because healthcare is something that really matters to every one of us. And we're really excited about the QBX because they have built our exchange. Let me tell you, you don't know how hard it is to list your coin in exchanges in this world. Just like Visa will not accept us because we're in Africa, don't expect that we want to create our coin and then we get listed by these fellows or Greenox or whatever. So we have to work very, very, very hard. Very hard, working in partnership with colleges, universities everywhere to make sure that blockchain technology is very well understood. Very proud of Benjamin for writing the book that instructs all of us. This is a white paper for the Ubricoin, it's simplified version. It doesn't have technical language, and so feel free to get copies. If you didn't get a copy today, you can get a card so we can bring you more. Thank you so much.